certainly out late. Though, well, I mean, I am too, obviously. I'm, I'm just a bit of a night owl is all. I, I didn't know that you were as well, apparently. To be up at this hour at least. But, well, life is full of surprises, huh? For instance, I wasn't really expecting you to notice me, much less to approach the window. I mean, the slits in the curtains were so narrow, I had no idea you'd notice I was here. Oh, no, 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 I wasn't stalking you. Well, I wasn't stalking necessarily. I mean, I was watching you for a short amount of time. Relatively. I just. Oh, is this your place? Silly me. Here I thought it was my place. You know, I was thinking, who is this strange person sleeping in my bed? Not that you're strange, of course, because, you know, I'm the one who was watching you sleep after all. But, I was just a little shocked is all, since I thought there was somebody else in my place, and, that's it. That's why I was watching you. I was too nervous to enter what I thought was my place, because there's somebody in here who I didn't know. So I was waiting at the window. Yeah, I guess it is kind of weird for a person to try and enter their own home from the window and not the door, but, you know, variety is the spice of life, right? Why limit the home to just one door? Am I right? That gets old real fast. My story isn't adding up, huh? Because this isn't the first time you've seen me stalking you from the window. Well, that does change the calculus a little bit. Are you sure it wasn't somebody else the other 57 times? Or, I mean, however many times there were. Okay. Yeah, you got me. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I I really didn't mean to cause you any trouble. I really don't want to bother you. It's just that. Well, it's just that you're the only good thing in my life, and even though it's freezing cold out here in the rain, watching you always fills me with such warmth and. Huh? You want to let me in? To get out of the rain? I know it's wet and cold out here, but I've been stalking you, you know. You can't just invite me. Oh, okay. I mean, if you insist, I won't argue. Um, just move to the side of it so I can slide on through. Wow, it's a lot warmer inside. I mean, of course I'm still soaking wet, but this is honestly such an upgrade. And wow, I've seen the inside so many times, but this is the first time I've actually been inside your home. It's like I'm stepping inside of the Holy Land. I actually feel real guilty, like I'm desecrating it somehow. I'm really glad you let me in. I've always wanted to enter, but I was all too nervous, and I didn't want to have to break your window. I imagine it would have to be quite expensive to replace it, and I wouldn't be able to repay you. I'm quite poor. Oh, but I'm sorry. I'm dripping wet and getting water all over your dry floor. Well, it was dry, but now it's not. Do you have a towel or something for me to use? I'll clean this right up for you. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. I keep messing up. What do you mean it can wait? What could be more important than the very floor you walk on? Well, other than you, of course. What do you mean you want to get me out of my clothes? I mean, I love you, and I know I'm dripping wet. It's just too soon. I need to get ready. Oh. You mean to get me into warmer clothes? Yeah, that would make a lot more sense than my fantasy. Well, okay then. If you have anything that will fit me, then I'd be happy to wear it. I'll try not to sniff it too much. What? Oh, yes, thank you for the towel. I'll get to work right away. Oh, sorry, was the towel for me to dry myself off? I thought you wanted me to dry the floor. Okay, sure. Just hand me the change of clothes and I'll be back from the bathroom as soon as you know it. Hello, I'm back. Like I said, I'm really sorry for letting your floor all wet, so if you're alright with it, I'd like to go in. Oh, you've already dried it. You really didn't have to. You're already doing so much for me. I feel real guilty. I've really been nothing but a burden. Doing at least that much myself would be the least I could do. But now that that's done, what should I do? I can understand if maybe you want to send me home as soon as the rain settles down. Not that I have one. Look by the fireplace. Did you really set this up for the two of us? You really didn't have to. I mean, yes, I'm still freezing, and laying by the fireplace would really help, but you didn't need to do so much for me. Not after all you've already done. I could have just laid down on the floor, but you set out 2 bedrolls so I could have some company, and you even laid out all of these snacks, and not just the cheap ones. I spy some chocolate-covered almonds and pretzels and peanut butter, and there's even marshmallows to roast over the fireplace. That's so romantic. Sorry, was I rambling? I'll shut up and join you by the fireplace now. Wow, this feels amazing. Laying by the fireplace with you, snacking on trail mitts, thanks by the way, and I even get to sleep in a bedroll with you. Well, I'm not laying in a bedroll with you, unfortunately, but I'm in a bedroll and I'm sleeping next to you. Well, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just blabbering like an idiot here. You probably get what I'm trying to say, right? Right. Sorry, I'm overthinking things, I always do. Oh, no, it's fine. If there's anything at all you want to ask me, please just ask away. Like I said, you've just been doing so much for me. Absolutely everything. There's no way I can decline your requests. So, ask away. I have nothing to hide. Actually, wait, let me think. Oh, okay, so maybe I do have a few things to hide, but, well, what would you expect from a stalker? But, whatever you ask, I won't hide from you. No, really, I pinch promise. You heard what I whispered about not having a home? Yeah, no, it's okay. I'll tell you. It's not a bother. If anything, I'll be really happy to get it off my chest. So, where to begin? Well, a while ago. Actually, no. The story starts before that. So there's something you should know about me. My defining trait is that, well, I'm completely useless. I can't study. I can't work. I can't do chores. I really just can't focus on anything. I can't take 2 steps without just breaking down. Honestly, I think you're the only exception to that. When I focus on you, I suddenly get all giddy, and my hands and feet just glide themselves, and I can actually get stuff down, like making a drawing or writing a love poem for you. I'd show you the latter, but I'd die of embarrassment. But anyway, the point of the story is that, well, I was a filthy parasite who contributed nothing to my household. See, I was always just a burden, relying on everybody else to pay the bills until one day my parents got into an accident. My sister inherited the house, and after being fed up with my lack of redeeming qualities, she finally kicked me out. I don't blame her at all. I'd kicked me out too. I don't have a job or anything, and so I've just been staying at a motel nearby using my inheritance. But, well, it's just about gone now. I even skipped out of meals just trying to make it last longer. And even when I was still eating, it was just instant noodles. These snacks are the only food I've had in a while, actually. Thank you. And I'm sorry for bothering you with all of this. I know you probably have enough problems on your own plate without me butting into your life. I don't know what I'm going to do. Today was the last day I could really afford to stay at the hotel. I've only got pocket change now. I know I should really have taken some steps to fix my future, but I always just freeze up, and it's so hard, but it's so much easier to just not. The only steps I feel I can take nowadays are the steps I take towards you. No, I can never ask that of you. You don't have to let me stay here. I've been harassing you, to put it lightly. And you seriously want me to stay with you? In your very home? Aren't you worried about your own safety? I'm obviously not right in the head. What if you were to wake up one day and... What if you didn't wake up? You order me to stay with you? That's rich, but... Well, I did say I couldn't decline your requests, I guess. So, alright. An order is an order. Who am I to say no to you? Thank you. So, will that be all then, or do you have any other orders for me? Oh, did you hear my other whisper too then? About me regretting that I'm not truly laying in a bedroll with you? Well, you're the boss. Sure then. If you've got room for 2 in that bedroll, then I'll gladly join you. Thanks for the consideration for keeping me warm. Wow. This really is warmer. You're really warm. Oh, sorry. Am I being creepy? I'll try to put a lid on it. You know, this is the happiest day of my life. I never in a million years imagined that I'd be living with you, cuddling up to you so snugly. Not to be presumptuous, I can understand if you don't really think this counts as cuddling. I mean, we're just next to each other, not really. put no arms around each other or anything. Though, well, if you wanted me to put my arms around you, I wouldn't say no. It was just a thought, just thinking out loud here. Sorry if it bothered you. I didn't mean to be seen as a burden. You want me to stop calling myself a burden? Is that an order? Well then, I guess I can't say no to you. I love you, darling.